Good morning, good morning, good morning to the fam. Salute, fam. What's going on out there? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. I know how I get down. We talking boxing. We are back this Thursday and Sundays for We Talking Boxing. So join the homie, man, because you know I'll be right here, man. Want to get on here real quick like I usually do in the mornings. Just want to drop a good word, man. Good weekend of fights, man. We got some good fights. We had a big upset over the weekend. Dillian White. I see everybody still banging on that Dillian White drum, man. We'll pick that back up too sometime this week. But what I want to drop through this morning and talk about is Showtime Shawn Porter. Now, we know his fight with Sebastian Formella was for an IBF and a WBC eliminator. The IBF eliminator just came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? So it was for an IBF and a WBC eliminator. Keep in mind, fam, Shawn Porter is not named as a mandatory to no one right now. As effectively today in the WBC, you got Danny Garcia as the mandatory, and in the IBF, you're gonna have Sergey Lipinets fighting the guy Akhmadimov for the mandatory position. So this was just nothing more than an eliminator. Keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that if Errol Spence Jr. defeats Danny Garcia, who is the mandatory, they can then technically make Errol Spence go for a whole other year before he has to basically enforce a mandatory, the same way that they did Deontay Wilder, right? They can do the same thing. So, the point I'm trying to get to, fam, Shawn Porter got to wait. Shawn Porter has to wait. I don't know. I don't care who Shawn Porter then ran down to the WBC convention and greased whatever palms. Doesn't matter, fam. Shawn Porter got to wait. We've been waiting on the Crawford fight. We've been waiting on the Keith Thurman fight. Shawn Porter had his chance. Great effort, valiant effort, very close, almost pulled it out. Hey, I wouldn't really mind seeing it in other if other things wasn't as pressing. You feel me, fam? Good morning, Coach Kennedy. Good morning, Jay West. What's up, family? Good morning to both y'all, man. Salute to the fam. But the point I'm making, y'all, is that, we got more important fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry here. Shawn gives a great fan-friendly fight. I will never say I never want to see Shawn Porter fight. You will never hear me say that. But do we not want to see the Bud fight first? Do we rather not see Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence Jr. first? Errol Spence even left it on his Twitter. He didn't even know. Like, dang, this fight is for eliminator for both of my titles? They put Shawn Porter in a position where they're trying to close him in on both belts. Like, bro, I don't know how much money that Shawn Porter kicked out, but that's crazy to me, bro. And you know what? The WBC making themselves look real stupid here because Shawn Porter is supposedly the WBC interim champion. That goes to show you how fluke that belt is because whenever you are a champion, you're not ranked in no other sanctioning body. Well, clearly, Shawn Porter's ranked like 8th or ninth. I think it's ninth in the IBF. You know what I mean? So whatever, man. Yeah, man. Yo, what's good, bro? Long time. Good to see you, my dude. All day, family. Hey, all day, your homie always here, man. Much love to you for coming through and hollering at me, man. Much love, bro. Good to see you, man. Mike, what's up, Mike? 8 rounds, Spence. 8 rounds, Spence versus Porter. 8 rounds, Spence versus Porter. Look, Mike. I just don't want to see it right away, man. I just need to see the Crawford fight first. I need to see the Keith Thurman fight first. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence Jr. still have unfinished business. Keith Thurman and Terence Crawford, well, we all know that's the top of the mountaintop that we all want to see that too. So as much as I love Shawn Porter, man, and I don't want to say that he should be fighting losers, like he should take the loser of Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence, but truth be told, I wouldn't mind seeing a Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter rematch because Danny ain't gonna go towards Terence Crawford, so I wouldn't mind seeing a Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter rematch. That's something that can happen and keep Shawn Porter busy over there. Him and Duck and Danny can stay over there. Danny's #1 in the WBO, doesn't even call Terence Crawford's name. So him and Duck and Danny can stay over there while the real G's over here get it on. You know what I'm saying? Terence, Keith, and Earl. You feel me? That's what I want to see. Shawn, you go over there with Duck and Danny. You know what I mean? So it's just the boxing need to get it together. If they try to maneuver on us, Shawn Porter back into a title shot after beating Sebastian Formella. Keep this in mind, fight fans. Frank Warren just did this trick, this same trick. You know what I'm saying? What did he do, man? Remember, Anthony Yard lost to Sergey Kovalev, right? And what did he do? He had Anthony Yard in a fight 2 weeks later almost with a bum that we never heard of, and we were trying to understand what the heck was Frank Warren doing. Well, what Frank Warren was doing was, in order for a fighter to fight for a world title, he cannot be coming off a loss. Keep that in mind. In order for a fighter to fight for a world title, he cannot be coming off a loss. So what they do is they'll get some little easy fight, get him back into the win column, and then try to maneuver him back into a title fight. We don't want to be seeing that with Shawn Porter. This Formella character came out of nowhere. Had no power to keep Shawn Porter off him whatsoever. Looked like a shoo-in. They say this is Shawn Porter. He landed the most punches of his entire career in this fight. Like, this was an easy win, stylistically tailor-made for Shawn Porter. Beautiful setup. Good job, PBC. We don't want to see Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. next. No. On top of that, Errol Spence Jr., if he gets through Danny Garcia, that's a mandatory, right? Which means he'll be given a voluntary, which means that Earl can fight anybody he pretty much wants at that point. And you think we want to see him waste that on Shawn Porter? Nah, champion. And on top of that, do not give Shawn Porter Sergey Lipinets spot. We don't want to be seeing no maneuvering around here. You know what I mean? We know what the terms are today. Yeah, y'all want to get Shawn Porter back in there, but Earl gets a voluntary, and he has up to a year to make a defense after Danny. And Shawn is not the mandatory in the IBF, which means he'll need to fight someone else to become the mandatory. Keep that in mind. These sanctioning bodies are going to try to do some slick maneuvering. Oh, yeah, he beat Formella. And see, Formella last year was rated number 4 in the IBF. We only took him down is because he was inactive, so he technically was 4th. And so by Porter beating him, we'll put him in a 2nd. And then given that Sergey Lipinets is having travel restrictions, well, guess what? He's 1st. We don't want to hear none of that type talk. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, fam. So we need to keep our eyes on this. This is the type of crap that goes on. This is the type of underling crap that goes on and no one talks about. And then when we hear, oh, Shawn Porter rematching Errol Spence Jr., we're going to sit back like, huh? Look at the maneuvering that they are doing. You know what I mean? We're not going for it. We need Terence Crawford. If I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm sticking here. If Errol Spence Jr. defeats Danny Garcia and there is no Manny Pacquiao, there is nothing left to talk about, fight fans. There's nothing left to talk about. I don't want to talk about rematches. We need to be talking Bud or Keith. Simple as that. The big fish. It comes with a lot of expectations. Damn right, you know what I mean? So keep your eyes on this, man. Look at what they're doing with Showtime Shawn Porter. I love Shawn Porter. I don't want to talk bad about Shawn Porter. Got a lot of love for Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I want to see Shawn Porter fight as much as he ever wants to fight. If he want to fight till 40, I'm down to watch Shawn Porter. There's nothing like that. It's just that we got bigger fish to fry, fam, and we got to stay consistent with this, man. Much love to the fam. Just wanted to drop in for a quick word, man. I will be coming on here throughout the day. Yo, we got a great discussion to talk about that I'm lining up, man. We got to ask this question. And we're going to ask a tough question. I really don't want to give this out so early because I'm scared the cat's going to jump on it, but it is what it is. We'll just do it our way. We need to ask the question of, if Vasyl Lomachenko defeats Teofimo Lopez, does he take the pound-for-pound crown? We're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with that, fam. We're going to deal with that in the next live. And I catch up with y'all soon, man. Thumbs up for the homie, man. Hit it on the way out if you did not hit it on the way in. I catch up with y'all throughout the day, man. Stay stressed and sucker free out there. Get through your work day, man. You tell that supervisor you ain't here for all that today, man. All day, man. Until the next one. Much love to the fam. Is Terence Crawford going to remain number 1 pound for pound if Vasyl Lomachenko beats Teofimo Lopez? We'll deal with it. To the next one. Peace out.